Hello everyone, welcome to Art and Design. My name is Thorgeir and today we're going to be taking a look at Procreate 5. This is going to be a sneak peek into this beta version of the program. Really excited for this. Let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to give you sort of an overview of what has changed in Procreate 5 and what features we can expect when this comes out. Now, do bear in mind that some of the features in this program might not be complete because this is a closed beta version of the program. So some of the features that you'll be seeing might not be completely optimized or might even be missing, like, for example, the harmony picker, this one right here. But that is to be expected from a beta version of a program like this. In this video, what I'm going to do is I want to just give you sort of an overview of all of the features. If there's any feature that you would like me to go into more detail about, then do leave me a comment down below and I'll be sure to make a video specifically about that feature. So, without further ado, let's dive right into it. So the first feature is the floating color picker. So basically if we tap on this one and tap on this thing right here and drag it, basically we can now position the color picker disk wherever we want. So you can sort of draw here, and let's say we want to get some blue, we can just choose the blue. Even if we have a color palette, then we can just really quickly select between different colors. This is a really welcomed improvement, so really happy about this. If you want to close it, then there's the X right here, and it'll go back to where it came from. Now, with regards to the rest of the interface, it's pretty much the same in most regards. This one is coming soon. This is going to be some sort of color harmony picker. Maybe it'll help you choose complementary colors. We'll just have to see what specifically this will entail in the future. Other than that, it's pretty much the same deal with the rest of the interface right here. Now, the next feature that I want to talk about is the clone tool. Now, let's say that this character has a nasty pimple that we want to remove. The way we would do that is by simply going into adjustments, clone, and then we're going to select the area that we want to pick from. So we can zoom in and maybe pick this area right there. And then I'm going to choose the appropriate brush size. And then simply what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this area right here with this selection. So once I start drawing, you can see the magic happen. And there we go. Pimple removed and everybody's happy. So that's awesome. Well done, Savage Interactive. That's a really welcomed feature. Now, the next feature that many of you have been commenting on my videos about has been the CMYK support. So basically, if you go into a new canvas and you tap on this button right there and go into color profile, you can see we can now choose CMYK. Now, most of you probably know this, but RGB stands for red, green, and blue. CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and key. Now, I might go into detail about this in future videos, just to show you how these two modes differ when you are printing, because printers usually have a cyan, magenta, and yellow and black printing cartridges. So in general, it is easier to print an image that has been made using CMYK. So it's a really welcomed improvement. I'm just going to show you what this sort of looks like. But before I do that, just want to point your attention to the new canvas creation screen. So here we specify the dimensions and all that, DPI and all that sort of stuff. Color profile, obviously. Time-lapse settings. Now we can sort of define the time-lapse settings when we create the canvas, which is really nice. So if you want to create a really high resolution time-lapse replay, then you can of course use studio quality or even lossless 4K. This is going to take up a lot of space on your iPad. Now again, I might do a separate video about this functionality in the future, but looking at the canvas properties, I guess this is something that they're working on. There's one option that you can't really interact with. Portrait orientation seems to be a work in progress, so let's not really worry about that now. But let me just choose a CMYK color profile and let me show you what this does to the colors. So if we pick a brush and we go into the color wheel right here, might not be able to see it on the camera, but these colors are definitely different. So let me just show you this. Just take a screenshot right here and place it right there. And let's pick the color here. See the difference? This versus this. That is the difference between CMYK and RGB. This is an RGB canvas. This is a CMYK. So the colors are definitely muted. They are probably more akin to the actual colors that your printer might be printing. And this also translates to the paper. So if we pick the highest saturated orange, for example, this is the highest saturated orange. While if you go to an RGB canvas and create a new layer, pick the highest saturated orange here, you just see it just kind of screams. Again, not sure if it picks up on camera, but you can definitely see the difference there. All right, moving on to the next big feature, which is the animation tools. Now, this is probably something that a lot of you have been waiting for a long time. So basically, if you want to create animations in Procreate, they have made it much, much easier to do so with the addition of the animation assist. So if we toggle this setting on, we can basically create snapshots and save it as a single layer. So basically, if I remove this layer right here or hide it, make a new layer, and let's just do a very, very simple animation with a bouncy ball. So just gonna draw a simple bouncy ball like so and create a new frame. And now it's gonna show me the position of the last frame. So I can sort of arrange it like so, make a new one. Now, if we play this back, we can see a bouncy ball. Pretty cool. So that is pretty awesome. You can just sort of preview your timeline like so, and I guess you can also just, you can go ahead and edit it right away. So if I don't like the way this turned out, and let's just remove it, switch back. Yeah, I can just quickly make an edit. Oh, that is so nice. That is freaking fantastic. Animation assist. Now the final feature that I want to talk about in this video is the new brush studio. But before I do, I want to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos about Procreate in the future. We also do a lot more art and design related content, and there's going to be a lot more coming to this channel in the future. So do subscribe if you don't want to miss all of that. But now let's go ahead and check out the new brush studio and also the new brushes that Procreate has made exclusively for Procreate 5. And these are located right over here, and we have a bunch of cool new brushes to work with. But let me sort of give you a taste of what they do. So Loon, for example, is, I guess, sort of a watercolor brush. So if we go ahead and lay down some color, let's just take this picture out of the way. So this brush sort of mimics the way watercolor works. It seems, at least to me. Do very, very light strokes, we can sort of start blending these colors together, and you can just sort of see this is something different. Like they added something new to the brush handling engine. Now this brush right here really demonstrates what's new about this engine. So we start with a thick blotch of color, and when I start moving it around, it's actually spreading it with a texture. That is really, 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 really cool. if we tap onto the brush right here, here we see the real juicy stuff. So, let's make a duplicate of this brush. So this is actually where the magic happens. Now there's so much to talk about with regards to the Brush Studio, all of the settings and all of the new ways of interacting with the brushes. I think I'm definitely gonna need to make a separate video about this, but let me just show you some of the cool things that you can do. They added this color dynamics tab right there. It basically allows you to change the color of the brush depending on various things like how hard you press the brush down or the angle of the brush. And let's see, it's color pressure, color tilt, stroke color jitter. Let's just do a simple color pressure. Yeah, secondary color. Just try this. Swipe the canvas and I'm gonna use blue, very saturated blue. So yeah, do let me know in the comments down below if you wanna see a detailed explanation of how this works. So this is really interesting. So if I press as hard as I can without breaking it, I'm getting actually green. So is that the secondary color that I've selected? No. Alright, let's play with the settings a little bit before we leave. Let's remove the secondary color and have hue to the max. Okay, now we're just getting a rainbow. So tapping very lightly, we go from red and going a little bit harder down, green, all the way to blue and back down. So if we tap lightly, we're sort of getting reddish, yellowish colors. And then if we want to get the colors more blue, we just press harder down. Now what happens if I remove the hue and have secondary color to the max? So the secondary color is blue now, because I have, no wait, it's yellow. Aha, okay. Now I'm basically drawing with yellow. And if I have it 50%, then we'll get blue if I tap lightly. Yeah, blue if I tap lightly. As when I tap harder down, get more yellow, which, blue and yellow is green. Okay, so this video has gone on for long enough. I still haven't really covered all of the changes in this update. For example, you can combine brushes, so you can take this brush and combine the characteristics of these two into a new brush. I'll talk about all that in the next video, but for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name is Þorgeir. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos about Procreate or any art and design related topics. Other than that, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Thank you. Have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.